All right, so God Vegeta comes out very soon for Gekishin Squadra. We are less than a day away. I mean, by the time this video is up, we'll be under 12 hours from his official drop in game. But with the drop for God Vegeta, we should also be seeing another character balance patch. Just in general, doesn't even have to be for even characters by itself. It could be for divine draws, it could be for battle system. I mean, we could take a look at the 4.1, or not the 4.1 patch notes, more so the 1.4 version patch notes, right? I don't think it's going to be as expansive as this, but I think we'll see a good amount of adjustments. I mean, we could take a look when Super Saiyan Bardock did drop. We got about what? 9 to 10 characters adjusted. The battle system was adjusted as well, so like we could see some genuine changes to the game. It's been about 2 weeks since season 4 did officially drop, and again, with that in mind, we were able to try out like the new map farms, like how the spawn, or I can't even talk, how the farm spawns across the map a lot differently and things like that. So I have a few things I would say that I think should change just for the better of the game and its health. I think that well, okay, they need to remove the ability to, I think, energy debuff bosses, because bosses being able to be debuffed in any way allows you to melt these bosses really quickly and brings back into a sort of like a boss melt meta. You could even use Super Saiyan Goku melt bosses. Like he's obviously he's not like the best DPS anymore, but he's like top 5 easily still. Like I would probably say, I mean, okay, like let's say Uub, Kefla, Vegito, Super Saiyan Goku is probably 4th. Like a single 2 cooldown, this guy is like up there with them. Like he's crazy. But that's because of hits ult buff. I think that's something that they should look into resolving, because I just don't think that it's good. If they want us to push more towards team fighting and not boss melting, they need to change that. At least that's my personal opinion on it. Now, in terms of character adjustments, again, I think that there's a couple of changes that can be made. Honestly, what I'm looking for is a Broly buff. They're about to make Broly free. I think Broly needs a buff. I feel like Broly's pretty weak in this meta, and he's aged a bit quicker than you would think, right? I mean, this guy came out technically this year. He came out for the New Year celebration. Well, he came out Christmas Day, but like I think he's probably like, who is worse than Broly right now? Maybe like Topo and 18 and Deborah. And like, I don't know, that's like it. Like Broly is not that guy right now at all. I think Broly needs a buff. Give him all defense up here instead of just strike defense, and let him be tanky, gets energy blasts, and this guy becomes really good against the top meta picks because again, they're all energy based. I mean, again, let's talk about like, you know, let's say top 5 DPS is like Uub, Kefla, Vegito, Super Saiyan Goku, and then like you could say Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan God, or even like Piccolo. You could, like is in the discussion that you could probably say, maybe, I don't know, like if we're looking at just the best DPS, like the higher ranked ones, most of them are energy based, and Broly just like gets melted. That's kind of what I really want to see in terms of buffs. In terms of nerfs, Kefla, just got Kefla. Kefla Bardock. I think this is going to be a very common thing we see. Kefla Bardock. I already know a ton of people are going to be talking about Kefla and Bardock and how they should be changed. For Kefla, she should not be able to vanish in her ult. I think that's really stupid. Honestly, I think being able to vanish while using her ult, I think that's dumb. Like there's no point for that. Her vanish restoration is fine. Maybe she shouldn't get the movement speed buff here. Like, does she need this necessarily? Probably not. I'm not sure what exactly I would change for Kefla, but I just think that I don't know. She needs to be like, her kneecaps need to be broken. Bardock, I think his tankiness is fine. I just think he could be a bit too overpowering with damage. Skill 1 should not have 3 stocks. Remove a stock from skill 1, I think would be good. I think that his ultimate did get buffed, so I'm not sure if they would nerf it again so soon. Maybe just a general damage decrease for Bardock, and I think that would be good with me, honestly. Like if he's really strong defensively and he has the wrath, like that's fine, but I just also think he's doing a lot of damage for what he should be doing. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be as tough to like nerf Bardock, honestly, and especially with God Vegeta coming out, maybe he could be really interesting as an option here. But yeah, hit, honestly, I think they should revert hit. Skill 2 for hit needs to be reverted, then nerf his ultimate and nerf his skill 3 a bit. Gotenks buff, of course. I mean, you guys already know, but it's going to be really interesting to see what they do. I mean, I think there's plenty of options. I could be missing a lot, but I'm not going to talk about every single character, especially since I have the community response here. So we're going to see what people are saying on YouTube and Twitter. In fact, we're going to go ahead and take a look at YouTube side first. So let's see what people are saying. Oh yeah, also Squeaky Hammer needs to get gutted as well, by the way. I should have brought that up. Squeaky Hammer, please do something about this, bro. I hate it. I hate it. Actually, like, disable it. If you don't know what to do for Squeaky Hammer, disable it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, if this is like hot fix, like if you're seeing this like 2 days later after this week's patch goes out, I don't care. Go out of your way. Go out of your way to disable it on a Thursday. I don't care when. Disable it until you figure out what you want to do to fix this, because this divine draw is probably the worst divine draw I think in the game's history, even worse than Cell Juniors. I genuinely think this divine draw is the single worst divine draw in the game's history. It undermines every semblance of just like game design for this game. Like it's stupid. It's dumb. It's stupid divine draw. I don't know what they're thinking with the amount of damage this does. You nerf chipping, then you gave us this. Like, okay, what's the point? All right, man. Eliminate the ball trap. People also really hate the ball trap. Honestly, I don't think it's that bad, but it's annoying. It's an annoyance. I just don't think it's that bad. But a lot of people do hate that. So you know what? I think that's very fair. Nerf Kefla Bardock. Yep. Remove search trap hammers. The director firing Squadra. Who designed those draws? Let's not go too far, but yeah, I mean, yeah, people hate the ball trap right there. As a baby main, you desperately want a rework to his passive. Possessing an enemy by landing a finisher means nothing if you KO them with rush attacks and never get the finisher. Last match you played, you didn't get a single possession. Make it be on kill or assist if they're feeling creative. Have the enemy body lay in the ground, and if baby goes up and does a rush attack, he'll take it over. I think it should work on assists. Like, you should be able to have the option to possess someone. Like, I think that what happens is if baby's there and you have like a short amount of time to possess the body, like when they're getting KO'd, because I'm sure like they could still play the animation, and then obviously if it's like, well, before they're getting revived or anything like that, like you could still take over the body. Because the fact is, you have to specifically land a finisher. I just think, you know, if this was more common, this could make baby really interesting. I think that baby's skill 3 maybe could do a little more, but like, again, if this was off of a KO or assist rather than just a finisher, and you could choose when you want to possess the enemy based off that, like you could be like, oh, possess the enemy, you right click, otherwise you don't do anything. And then it's like, okay, I possess the enemy now. If I want to, if I don't, I could just not do anything. That's fine. Or just some button. I think would make baby kind of cool. So it's like, okay, you know, I don't want to take over this Topo on the enemy team, but I'll take over this Bardock or something. I think it could be really cool. But yeah. Nerf Uub, Kefla, Vegito, Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta could probably get like a slight adjustment, but I don't know. I feel like with Bardock existing, bro, I just like don't like. The thing about Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta right now is I think it was a lot better than previous season, because he used to be able to one-shot farm with the skill 2. and just steal farm. And then I think that really added on to like him being oppressive. But now he can't really one-shot farm anymore. We have God Goku who could actually shoot through his barrier. And another thing about Vegeta that makes him feel a lot less tanky is the fact that transformation for tanks, they did nerf that. Like, the thing with Vegeta is that you're able to hold on to that transformation if you really wanted to. Then you come back and you heal, what, 50? It was like 50% HP you healed. Now when you transform for a tank roll, it's only 30% HP recovered. So Vegeta, like, even when he transforms, it's a lot easier to kill him after that. And I just think generally, I guess like maybe it's just a me thing, but like as time passes on, we kind of the general player base knows how to play against him a little better. And I just think really if you watch out for walls, it should be fine. Like just watch out for walls early game. But yeah, I mean, we could definitely still see that for sure. Like Super Team 4 Vegeta is still really good. Buff Topo, Cell, and Frieza. Yeah, Cell, obviously. Again, I always talk about Cell. Legitimately give him early game HP or increase the bioenergy he absorbs from mobs. Like if he gets more bioenergy from all the farm that increases on the map, I think that is good for him, because I think Cell's a lot more viable right now in this current meta because you're literally just able to back farm. Like Kai is obviously important, but I mean, yeah, that's kind of it. However, if Cell had a little bit of extra health early game, having the mid Kai and then getting all the back from after, it just obviously it'll help the team out in general just a huge bunch, because you're just giving up that farm that you could be using to deny the enemy team to win harder. But because of how Cell works, it's like you're putting investment into Cell's future by giving up some of early farm, but that gives your opponent to out level you. And you know, Cell even transformed, it's not like he's like the best tank. It's not like he's the tankiest character ever. It's not like he's doing the most mega craziest damage. He could do good shit when he transforms, but like I would say, you know, dang, I mean, I feel like for Vegeta, Bardock, like are both like feel like more, it's easier to survive with them. But this guy obviously plays a little different. I think he's more offensive, you know? But yeah. Sledgehammer to Kefla's knees. Okay. Lots right here. Okay, we'll read this and then we'll go over to the Twitter comments. Uub, you want increase the dash cooldowns, reduce ult damage, unlikely, remove no obstruction. I don't think you need to remove the no obstruction. I think the no obstruction is fine. I think for Uub, yeah, the dash cooldowns are a bit too low now, but I don't think it's crazy. I honestly would say the biggest thing is they need to adjust the damage Cyclone does. They never did that. I think if they adjust the Cyclone damage, that could be interesting. Or if it caps out, instead of using all the Cyclone, it like caps out at a certain number. Another thing for Uub, yeah, honestly, skill 3 maybe. And then just like kind of temper Uub a little, bring him a little down, you know. Let's see. For Kefla, remove her JK. Oh, remove her JK. I was like, remove what? Reduce the ultimate damage, skill 2 by a lot, and reduce how much vanish she recovers. Yeah, the vanish reduction could be a little lower. Skill 2 definitely needs a slight nerf, and then I feel like the ultimate damage, it's like obviously when she gets snowball stacks, she's like looking crazy. But if skill 2 is nerfed, then she'll likely get less snowball stacks over the course of a match potentially. And the ultimate, I think the biggest issue with the ultimate is she can just like vanish and just chase you down with it. I think that's what's dumb to me. Maybe if anything, like increase the cooldown for the ultimate, but Vegito, reduce damage of skill 1, 3 and ultimate to reduce the amount of XP he gains for. I don't think they need to do this. I think for Vegito, honestly, Vegito's a little bit tricky to me, but I think a damage decrease generally is not the worst idea. He's so tanky. Like, just let him be that team fighter. A little tanky. Because the thing with Vegito is that he does a lot of damage, but like that's when you like fully invest, you know? That's when you like just fully mega invest into this guy. Ults, skills into ult. I think maybe a slight like damage compensation somehow. But I don't know. His ult does have a pretty high cooldown. I think it's like 100 seconds, right? Bardock can increase scaling of passive, meaning he takes more damage. Rework stocks of skill 1 to increase his skill level. I would like that a lot. Remove energy down from ultimate for hits. Decrease max time at skill 3. Reverse skill 2. Android AT, no obstruction. Yeah, no obstruction would be nice for her. And then, yeah, she should get the more Destructo discs later on in the fight. Gammas, remove the damage increase to skill 2 walls and superpose. Yeah, Gammas can be pretty impressive. Especially skill 2 cooldown, bro. That's crazy. Trunks, skill 1 damage threshold for 30 to 40. Skill 2 cooldown increase. Does damage increase like, I don't know. I think Trunks is fine. I don't think Trunks needs to be touched, really. That's just me. I do not think Trunks needs to be touched. Yeah, Trunks, question mark. I'm like, I think Trunks is fine. You think Bardock needs a lot less than a skill 1. Go tanks boss, of course. Maybe a Kefla nerf. Love you, G, if you see this. But beyond any character, they need to fix the Xeno glitches. Yeah, Xeno glitches are pretty stupid. Give your goat his skill 2 back. Take away his old debuff and infinite skill 3 instead. Literally that. Yes. That's what we all want, but who knows what to listen. Yeah, Search Trap. Remove it. Nerf Kefla, Bardock. Take out Divine Draws from ranked. That would be a huge change if they did that. I mean, they could do that. If like a big update this week is Divine Draws taken out of ranked, that would be crazy good. I would love that. I would love that. That's like my next thing I'm pushing. Is obviously I said this myself, and I genuinely like I have specifically said this, and I don't want to sound like somewhat egotistical or come off in that way, but like I had not seen anyone else really bring that up besides me, at least just like from what I've seen in the discussion of the community. I'm sure other people may have let feedback about that, but my biggest thing was always, why was the quote-unquote standard battle ranked and quick battle was just a side mode? Quick battle should be the main mode and ranked should be an additional mode you could choose. They did change that, so now ranked is actually ranked, which I think is good. But I also want to say that I did see that, you know, you have to restore collection level 20 to go into ranked. I think that's not the worst idea, but maybe it should be a little less restrictive. I think like 10 is okay. I think Star Collection 10 is fine because you're still going into like E-rank lobbies for ranked. I just think that the naming convention for it should be okay, right? Let players get a few quick battle matches in, upgrade some of these characters, and okay, you know, now you can hop into ranked if you want to. Like Star Collection level 10, because that's not really too difficult to reach. I don't think it should be like restricted as much as it is. It's kind of my opinion, but my hands are up in the air, you know. Cut off Kefla's legs. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, man. Abolish hammer, skill 2 cooldown, and a search trap. Yeah, skill 2 cooldown. I think again the issue with these cooldown, like these dumb cooldown ones, is they make the cooldown reduction way too high. Like, I think it's fine in itself. It's just you're making it way too high. Like, it's way too much of a cooldown for no reason. Hope Bardock gets nuked out of this meta. Like, his planet is crazy, Jax. Okay. Yeah, again, everyone wants Kefla nerf. Buff Piccolo. So this is interesting. I feel like Piccolo doesn't need a buff. I think Piccolo generally, I mean, the only thing that they could do for buff, Piccolo does not need a buff if hit doesn't, like, I feel like if hit doesn't get nerfed, Piccolo does not need a buff. I actually think hit and Piccolo combo could be quite nasty. Piccolo could still do a lot of damage. I mean, maybe his skill 2 could be better, or his skill 3. If his skill 3 was better, that would be cool. Like, what if his skill 3, okay, he stretches out and he moves to that spot rather than having to touch an enemy. But then if he does do it to an enemy, he gets increased damage on them or something. Because this move is silly for Piccolo because I feel like this is almost 99 out of 10 times it's used for escapage. Because the thing with Piccolo is that he wants to actually be farther away from enemies because of Light Grenade and probably Special Room Cannon. Like, he doesn't want to be up close to enemies. So this is like kind of interesting to me, but I think if the escapage for this was a bit better, Piccolo would be like, it would help him out quite a lot, but I don't know. Like, it's not like it's bad, but it's like not the most consistent ever, you know? It depends. You have to really watch your positioning with Piccolo with that. Any sort of Frieza buff, especially survivability or basic attack damage. Cell and Zamasu slight buffs. I feel like Zamasu, I actually really like Zamasu right now. I think Zamasu is quite good right now. Like, Zamasu on Superstar especially, bro. He could cook. He has sauce to him. I think Zamasu is really good right now. I mean, dare I say third best tank right now? Khalifa's good too, but like I feel like I would say it's probably Khalifa third best tank. I don't know. Tanks are actually in a really good spot right now. Like, these 6 I think are all competitive. It's these 2 that are a little like wonky. The Bora Broly slight buffs, Gotenks buffs. Yeah, I mean, I will always say this. I will always say this. Change Gotenks to back how he was in release. The people who struggle against Gotenks now are still gonna struggle against Gotenks because it is not because Gotenks was too strong. It is because they don't know how to play around Gotenks. That is it. You could nerf Gotenks 5 more times and Gotenks will still be strong against the people who don't know how to play against Gotenks because it is the nature of his kit. Unless he gets a rework, how his kit fundamentally works by being able to take advantage of misplays will always just like be tough for like newer players especially. So revert Gotenks back. Like sometimes you just gotta learn. Sometimes you have to learn. I'm sorry, man. Like, it gets to a point. Sometimes you have to learn how to play against these characters. Also, they're saying this, but like I actually really do like playing Tech right now. I've always been a technical main. I think Tech's also in a really good spot. I think Ultimate Gohan, 17 hits, Kid Gohan, Boo, and Krillin, all viable options. It's just these 2. Same as Tank. It's just like the 2 slight outcasts right there. But I would say that the lowest technicals are lower than the lowest tanks, is what I would say. Nerf Bardock feels like a damage roll more than Tank. Yeah, I think so. Nerf the traps to 1/4 of health. Yeah, I think that could be good. Nerf God Goku skill 2. I don't think that's needed. Hit skill 3. Buff Kefla's health by alone. No, don't do that. Don't buff Kefla. I think chat. There's like a non 0% chance that Kefla gets buffed. I do think so. Like, no particular reason. I just think there's a non 0% chance that they don't know what they're doing and they buff Kefla. Like if I see Kefla and buffs, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, he will have a breakdown. I would genuinely break down if we see Kefla buffs, man. I just pray. I hope, man. I really. They can't. Like, you can't. There's like no way. Man, there actually can't be a world that happens, and we're in that reality. That can't happen. I would actually crash out. All right, let's read this next video, and then we'll go back to YouTube. Don't let hammer damage the tower. I mean, that's kind of the point of it. It just shouldn't damage the tower as much as it can. Character bans or some divine draws are removed. Honestly, hammer. What if the hammer is only 1 hit? You could do up to 3 hits on it. What if it was only you used it once? You use it the one time and the damage is slightly nerfed. Bam. I think that fixes the problem with hammers, honestly. That works too. Like, it's instead of being able to use it 3 times, just a one-time thing. That's it. It helps. It still changes how you play a little, but it isn't. Oh yeah, we're just gonna have 3 people push a tower and instantly kill it. Tier 1, GG. Character bans would be awesome. I just don't know if they would make a change like that right here. I mean, they could, but yeah. Buff cell health and damage. Oh yeah, no obstruction on cell skill 3 would be awesome. I don't think God Goku needs a nerf. At least not right now. Let's see what happens when the changes come out, but I don't think so. What's this? No Uub needs no nerfs. They're definitely not coming from an Uub main. Alright. Buff Gotenks, baby, Bojack, Cell, Frieza, and Android 18 and maybe Broly. Broly's a buff, man. Bojack's better than Broly right now, man. Like, we're not gonna play around with that. Like, Bojack, chat, Bojack? I feel like Bojack's underrated, maybe. That skill 3 buff for Bojack where he applies no vanishing is really good. On Superstar, if you place this properly, you could counter a Kefla. Like, I'm not even kidding, man. Especially on Superstar with the cycle thread. Like, if placed it on boss or something, like Kefla can't vanish around that, man. Obviously, she could go from the outside, but like, if you know where you're placing this, if you place this on a Kefla, she can't like vanish out like for free, 24/7, like, you know. I think that's very valuable. Or just for any character in general, no vanishing, and that skill 3 is crazy good. Dude, Bojack's quite good, and he's really strong for defense. They cooked with his buffs, like those season 1 buffs, and then this change right here with the slow. Even though the slow being reduced to 20% is not the biggest deal, but that vanish is a huge change, man. Yep. Again, the usual suspects for nerfs. Delete Krillin's adjustments. I mean, Krillin is annoying for sure, but I'm not sure if he needs any changes. Yeah, I agree with Bardock, man. Maybe you could argue he's a little too tanky, but I just think, like, even if he was really good at 1v4, Vegito is too, but like, Vegito isn't as tanky as Bardock is either, or doesn't have a 4-person taunt, or an ultimate that pushes everyone back like 50,000 feet and then explodes them. Does decent damage, like, you know. We work Krillin's changes. Some people don't like Krillin's changes. Okay. I mean, honestly, I think that's fair. We're seeing a lot of the same sentiment. So, again, let's see if there's any changes here that I want to see. Anything different? Puff Daima Goku. Nerf 17. Nerf Giant Slayer and buff Barrier. I don't think Barrier needs to be buffed. No. Barrier is still like a good option in certain situations. Making this a thread. Nerf Bardock's over damage. Yeah. 17 top 1 pops. A level 3 Broly's move 2 staggers but has the range of level 2. That could be interesting. I'm gonna see if there's anything new in here. Cell. Just buffs. Deborah quicker cooldown skill 1. yeah, again, just the same stuff we were all saying. So at least a lot of people are just in agreement of what should be changed. But let me know what y'all think. Maybe I missed something, but appreciate y'all for watching. And again, we'll see what happens tonight. Big fingers crossed, chat. Let's hope. Let's hope. We have again God Vegeta. God Vegeta is gonna help God Goku. That was actually the thumbnail. I forgot to mention this. I'm mentioning it in the video. God Vegeta is gonna really help this guy. So I mean, we'll see. But thanks y'all, and catch you guys next time.